Farrell on it again. Deep one around the back. Quinn sword. There is the breakthrough goal. It's Andrew Quinn. The underdogs bare their teeth and show their fight in this cup final. Drogheda United strike first.
Welcome to the We Are the Drogs podcast, the Drogheda United fans podcast, proudly sponsored by the Coffee Box.
Hello and welcome to the We Are the Drogs podcast, episode number 33. How are we doing, boys?
Yeah, good. Greg's up.
Yeah, all good.
Bit of a mad one. I suppose yesterday was fucking just as mad as. There we go, swearing already. We're only in 20 seconds.
Yeah, and all the stick is giving me the other night.
I know. Yeah, apologies. We were getting an awful stick. We were getting an awful lot of stick about the language over the last few days, lads.
Oh yeah, that was so funny the other night. I wasn't even aware until people started saying it to me.
I know. Somebody said it was only when you were talking about bohs.
Yeah, they definitely bring the worst out of me anyway.
Every time they get mentioned as a foul language.
Yeah, very good.
Yeah, what a mental weekend, boys, football wise. Jesus.
Yeah, it really was, wasn't it? But look, Friday night was just everything we thought was going to be. Just that game. It played out like how everybody imagined.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, it really did. Really did.
It was just a battle from word go.
Yeah, look, I mean, we'll talk about the game, but I suppose what happened then on Sunday, it wouldn't have made any difference. Well, we couldn't have lost it, but even if we had won it, it probably still wouldn't have made any difference because we still have to go and win on Sunday, next Saturday anyway. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, definitely was there. I said, and I was texting you, I left at 2-0. I watched the first half of that game, was 2-0. I headed into town, said that was that done. Just then, the phone started to explode then the last 10 minutes.
In a similar vein to that, I had it on, but I was kind of buzzing around the house doing bits and bobs and getting a bit of dinner, and I just thought, that's 2-0 now, that's over. And then Chelsea go and get one back, and then they go and get the draw, and I was leaping around the room delighted, and then they go and win it, and you're even right, that's even better. Not that it probably wouldn't have made a difference. We still had to win the last game, even if Bohs got a point out of it, I didn't, you know what I mean? We still have to go and win the last game, so. But yeah. Good to see them being beaten all the same.
Yeah, it was a proper collapse, wasn't it?
Well, I think it was Boga. Was it you that said it last week? One of us said it anyway, about just typical Bohs, like to go and just make a balls out of this.
They just seem very weak mentally. Really, really weak. And just reading a lot of comments online about after the game, they were meant to have like a Player of the Year award thing, and they end up basically near enough cancelling it because of how toxic the atmosphere was around the place.
That's crazy.
Where was it supposed to be on? In the bar?
I'd say it's probably in the bar in Dalymount maybe, but yeah, I think they may have quietly handed out their Player of the Year awards.
And just legged it.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just like to be 2-0 up at home. You know, you don't like going for Europe. You just like what would he at?
Well, apparently now, I wasn't watching it closely enough to be able to tell you, but he did change the shape and started tinkering when they were 2-0 up. So obviously he was thinking, right, boys, we're 2-0 up at home. We can't mess this up. Let's just go really solid and, you know, not try and push for a third one or anything. And it just fucking backfired on them, blew up in his face.
Yeah. But why change it when you're 2-0 up and you're not cruising, but things are going well? Why would you change it?
Yeah, especially with Shelbourne, because I mean Shell started with a lot of players missing that were playing in the European game on Thursday night. Meepo and I don't think Harry Wood started, and your man in the McEnroe in the middle of the pitch. None of them started that game. And what was I going to say? By the time I started watching it again in the second half, all them lads were on the pitch then. So Shells really saw true Everton at them in the second half, because they got that one goal back, didn't they, just before half time to make it 2-1, and then just threw on a load of the sort of first teamers, lads that would have started normally if it wasn't for Europe, and I don't think bohs knew how to handle it. So, well, here, look, it really sets it up for Saturday coming, like.
Yeah. Oh, it does really. Look, yeah, I know we just have around it both on time, but in fairness, the Shells are playing really well, aren't they?
Yeah.
Like, they're really a form team in the league.
Three or four league wins on the trot now.
I think that was 5 wins on the trot.
Wow.
You know, so, look, I know bohs collapsed the hand in hand, but Shells, I said, were playing really well, so, yeah. But look, it was good for us. As we all got on with last time, Shells didn't really do us any favours now against Pats, and who else were they playing? Played Pats, wasn't it?
Shells?
Yeah, it wasn't the Shells now that we went. No, it was Rovers, wasn't it?
Rovers, you're right, yeah.
It was Rovers, sorry, I'm getting confused, yeah. But, yeah, look, it's just after throwing it wide open again.
Yeah, I suppose, like, just from a league point of view as well, the top obviously is just, it's gone nuts. Fucking Rovers just can't wrap it up. They go and get beaten again with Derry, who are also probably up there in the form league as well. They've won 3, 4, 5 in a row, maybe even as well. Like, it's a case of kind of similar to the way it was last year, when everyone said if the league had gone on for another couple of weeks, Pats probably could have won it. It kind of looks like feckin' Derry and Shells, if it was to go on for another month, might go on and even nick it, because Rovers don't seem to want to feckin' win it. Like,
no, definitely not.
Very strange.
Yeah, like, it's crazy. Like, they're playing Galway at home Wednesday, Rovers.
Yeah.
Like, geez, you'd be expecting them to get at least a point there, like, but yeah, it should have been sewn up weeks ago. But their form is terrible, and like, I know we're talking about getting 4th place for Europe and that, but just looking at their form, they've lost their last 4 games.
That's right.
Is that including the European game?
Yeah.
Right, wow. And who have Shamrock Rovers have Sligo Rovers on the last day of the season?
That's right.
They have, yeah. So they'd still be fighting for something, like.
Oh, they will. Absolutely, 100%. That's in Tala, isn't it?
We'll check.
I think it is. That's a game in hand for Rovers this week against Galway. That was meant to be weeks ago.
Yeah, that's in Tala, yeah.
Yeah.
And then they're at home to Sligo on Saturday.
Jesus, I know no one's expecting it to happen, but, like, I mean, it's football. Galway, like, if Galway gets something out of that game on Wednesday, all Rovers need is a point. Like, are Galway going to go there and play for a point? Like, I mean, there's every chance they could do, because if Galway don't want to sort of win the game, they're a very hard team to beat, and a point would suit both teams. Like,
yeah, and like Galway have to go to Waterford on Saturday. Which is again another humdinger of a game. Like, the last set of fixtures is deadly. Whoever drew them up, they knew what they were doing.
Yeah, you couldn't have scripted that one.
no, wow, it's unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Yeah, it was class. Yeah, it's just exactly what the league needed.
Yeah.
You know, it's been a great year for all clubs. Good high attendance, good football, plenty of drama, and then it goes all the way to the last game of the season.
Yeah, look, it's for us. We said this weeks and weeks and weeks ago, lads. If we can just bring this to the last day and have something to play for on the last day against bohs at home, like, it's what we were dreaming of. Like, you know, there is people out there who will say, "Oh, we threw it away. Like, we shouldn't be in this position. We could have had, you know, 3 or 4 points, 6 points even in the bag with a couple of matches." But look, as we've been saying, if somebody had offered us this at the beginning of the season, we would have took hand and all. So it's amazing for us to be going into the last day of the season still with a chance of Europe. I know it's out of our hands, but, you know, it's incredible.
Yeah, it is. Well, in fairness now, like, I think every team could have that argument week to week through it away. Like, every team sort of messed up this year, didn't they? Like, not only us. You know,
Yeah.
it is what it is. And as you said, to go into the last game of the season with a chance still of getting Europe, you know, it's absolutely amazing. Brilliant.
Yeah, no, definitely. Just on the Galway game, I know it's probably kind of irrelevant now at this stage, isn't it, really, to be going into details of the game. But I kind of felt like it was the game that we all thought it was going to be. But just on the sort of averages and chances and all that, I think Drogs was slightly the better team, to be honest. I think we had a couple of opportunities to go and win it, and it just wouldn't go for us on the night, and the conditions were really, really rough as well. I think we were saying that in the night burger as well. Like, it's just, yeah, you know, we were all kind of reasonably okay with getting the point, weren't we, really, at the end of the night? But I don't think any of us were that really confident about what was going to happen on Sunday. But that's in the lap of the gods. You can't really decide. But I did think Drogheda were just marginally the better side.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, very marginally. I think I probably thought a draw was a fair result. Again, you said conditions were brutal. I don't know whether it came across. I didn't look at the highlights on it, but it was very, very windy. Like, you'll see, like, Dennison nearly got caught out. You met them making a good save from Brendan Clark clearing the ball. The wind just kept carrying it and carrying it. And so, yeah, it was just a brutal night for football. Like, yeah, kind of went exactly how we probably thought it would.
Mm. Yeah, no, it was well, yeah, and then losing Ryan Brennan as well probably didn't help matters.
No, that was very unfortunate.
Yeah, it sure was. But no, look, I definitely agree. I thought Charlotte was the better team. It wasn't a fantastic game of football by any means. As you said, we knew it was going to be like that. It was a scrap everywhere. But I definitely thought Charlotte were good. I thought Charlotte were the better team on the night.
Yeah, I think the first half was fairly dismal now, to be honest. But I thought I wouldn't say came alive, but we definitely look more like going and winning it, to me. I think we had a bit more of the ball, and we just looked a bit more progressive in the second half. Not that we were creating millions of chances and playing some free-flowing football around, because it just wasn't the night for it. But I definitely felt that if we had won it, I don't think they could have complained.
No. And I don't think Galway threatened us that much. They didn't bombard us
No.
like chance after chance and had all the possession. Like, I thought Jordan was in good control of that game for good spells of it.
No, we do. If you did, you didn't look back at the highlights, but if you do look back at them, you'll see it. I mean, we had a good few chances. I know Kieran Cruz had a good chance, and Andy Quinn had a chance. James Bolger had a chance. You know, there was a few chances that we just didn't sort of take advantage of. And I can't. I mean, the highlights from the first half are just a joke. Like, there's about literally 2 half chances is all they show in the first half highlights. It's really, really bad. But it sort of came alive a little bit in the second half, and it was a tough night to try and play football. The wind was really bad, and I don't know whether, as you said, it did come across on the telly, but it was fairly atrocious. But look, lads, again, here we go. The elephant in the room. And I know none of us can say conclusively whether it did or whether it didn't, but that ball didn't look like it was over the line to me.
Yeah,
Very hard to see.
It was hard to see because we were obviously up the other end, but just then a few messages start coming through. Obviously, people watching it on the telly.
Yeah.
You know, it didn't look over, did it?
No, it certainly didn't.
Wasn't conclusive from the telly anyway.
No. And I think the referee went with the goal with players' reactions.
Well,
he probably did.
The lineup put his flag up.
Right.
And apparently, it's like, did the lineup put his flag up to say that's a goal, or I don't know. But when you see the body shape of the draw the player on the line, you're thinking, there's no way he didn't get a foot to that. Like, obviously he got a foot to it, but, you know, look, again, nitpicking makes no difference now, you know what I mean? But it would have been great to come out of there with 3 points for the confidence and all that going into Saturday.
Yeah. I suppose what I did disappointed with the other night was we didn't, like, I think it was only 7 minutes between the goals.
Yeah.
I thought we could have held it a bit longer. And I think the longer you hold out, then it's a different game. You know, you settle into it. That was my sort of disappointment the other night.
Yeah, right.
You know,
That's a good point, Richie. But also, Kevin made the point, and he made it very, very clearly, and I happen to agree with him. Keeley was fouled in the lead up to that goal. So Keeley's off the pitch, and they go and just hoof the ball into the box. And I think it was James Bolger that got kind of a head on it, and it was a weak enough header because he kind of headed it back into the pathway of the Galway player. If he hadn't headed it, it was going out.
Yeah, no, very good point. Yeah, no, Keeley off the pitch, and he's our main man in there, isn't he? He usually clears everything.
Yeah, and again, you can probably Denison's got a bit of a hand to it, but it wasn't a very strong one either, and it just gave your man the opportunity just to whack the ball. But like, yeah, no, it was definitely a free kick to draw that. For whatever reason, we don't get it, they get it, and Keeley has to go off the pitch. He gets treated off the pitch, which is a fucking joke. Like,
it is, isn't it?
Every week now, just picking something.
Yeah, definitely. And it was just a typical Galway goal, wasn't it? Just really scrappy.
Yeah.
You know, but no, look, it is a good point that you made about Keeley. You know, it could have been so much different if he was on the pitch.
Yeah, definitely. What about our goal? Lucchini, is he getting a wad of the goal or not?
I think he is, yeah.
So. Yeah.
There was a couple of doubts on the night whether did it come off somebody else or it didn't take a deflection or anything, did it?
No, I don't think so.
No, all right.
He definitely meant it as well.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah, it was never a cross.
Huh?
It was never a cross.
Are you for real now or what?
No. No.
I thought you were serious there for a sec.
No. It actually happened that quick, didn't it? All of a sudden you just see the ball just looping into the box, and all of a sudden I don't know what happened. And it wasn't the wind, because the wind was blowing the other way, wasn't it?
Yeah.
You know, it was a strange goal, but yeah, it was great. And just the score in front of us was brilliant.
It was a Bolger's effort, wasn't it? They kind of came off the upright and came back out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it was Bolger, wasn't it? I'm trying to walk out. Yeah, it was.
Yeah, and he himself just sort of turned on it, didn't he, and hit it as he was throwing.
Yeah, what's his face? Andy Quinn did really well the other night as well. I think even in the build-up to that goal, it was him that kind of held onto the ball in the corner and then just kind of pushes the ball back out to Lambe, who put the ball in, and that's when Bolger got the chance. But I thought Quinn was really, really good again the other night.
Yeah, he's been brilliant every game, in fairness.
Yeah, he really has. Probably hard to pick players from the other night because it was just such a fairly mental game. Like, but I just think, he's just solid, isn't he?
Yeah. And just getting better every game. You know, he's definitely up. He's definitely up in he's definitely going for Player of the Year, isn't he?
He's up for it, I'd say. I would imagine Keeley will get it, to be fair, but Quinn is definitely in. Yeah, for me, it's just a bit more obvious because he just gets his head on everything, and he's just that. You know, it stands out more than Quinn. But I know we watch Quinn fairly closely, and we're always talking about him. So maybe to us, it's not as obvious. But I think for most people, if they're just watching the game and then they sort of forget about it between, one game to the other, and Keeley is probably the obvious choice. But there's definitely a few people in for it. So, lads, look, the other thing as well that I suppose we need to talk about now, and again, it'll work itself out over the next couple of weeks, but there was quite a few people chatting about it in Galway and in the pub, and that I was saying, like, why haven't we signed why haven't more players signed on? At the moment, we've 2 signed on. Like, what's Keely, what's Quinn waiting for? Like, these lads have obviously been made offers. Like, I'm sure Kev has sat down with them and said, lads, there's a deal on the table for you. You know, are you taking it or are you not? And the boys are waiting. Like, what are they waiting for, in your opinion? Oh, and I'll give that to you.
I think some lads just don't want. A lot of them don't want it announced before the end of the season. Some of them want to take their time to make a decision on it. Yeah, I wouldn't be reading too much into it, to be honest, that they haven't signed or, again, that they could be signed, it's just not announced. Maybe the player themselves want to wait until it's announced at the end of the season. You just don't know. Like, I would be overly worried about it, to be honest.
Oh, that's fair enough. Richie?
Yeah, look, maybe so. Look, you just don't know, but maybe some players just don't want that distraction at the minute with the season still on. Like, that's what I'd be hoping to say, look, we'll sort it out at the end of the season. But yeah, you would just like to see a few more signed, wouldn't you? You know, but yeah, look, maybe Owen's right. Maybe you shouldn't look too much into it. But
Yeah, look, but right, I'll go devil's advocate here. You can understand why people are going to be concerned, and I'm going to start asking questions weeks ago, because we are notorious for losing all our best players every year at the end, and we feel like we're in a position now, regardless of whether we get Europe or not, that we can offer players 2-year deals, we can offer them decent wages. I mean, we can be competitive. We probably still can't match Bohs and Rovers and Pats because of the money that they're throwing around, which is crazy, crazy money, and Shelbourne as well. But like, at least we're a lot more competitive. We're playing full-time football. We can offer these lads fairly attractive terms. Like, you know, we're all talking about this again the other night in our opinion. Like, Keely's captain next year if he stays on. Because Ryan will probably stay on as well, but he's not going to play every game, and make Ryan club captain, but make Keely captain on the pitch. So you're offering him a fairly attractive package there. You know, we've taken you back. You left us once. We're after having a really good season with you. You know what I mean? We're inches away from European football at this point. So is it a case of the lads are saying, look, give us a few weeks. We'll see what happens at the end of the season. If we get Europe, we might sign. If we don't get Europe, we might not sign. Do you know this kind of way? I'd say the European thing is definitely massive for a few of them. But the annoying part of it is as well, and I know this is really, really obvious, if we don't get Europe, like, it's your fault, lads.
yeah, for that, yeah, whole mess, yeah. Well, like,
You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, but I definitely think we have to get away from this as a club of, as you said, losing our best players every season. We have to get away from that. Like, the job Doherty and Darragh Doyle have done this season of building this team, well, not just this season, over the last, say, 2 seasons, whatever. Building a team, winning a cup, pushing for Europe, and then not to go and give the players a contract that they deserve. Well, right, look, I'm not saying, right, go match what Bohs are doing, or we're never going to match what Rovers are doing at the moment, and we don't want to go gung-ho at it either. But we have to start somewhere, don't we? We have to start giving money to these players, contracts that's worth a while staying. You can't
Would
just
you not say we've done that a bit already with the 2 lads that have already signed with Warren and Dennison? They've already signed, so. Yeah,
but that's only 2, Owen. Like, why haven't the rest of them been announced?
A lot of these things can be staggered as well.
Yeah, look, I hope so, yeah. No, look, I'm just trying to put a different point out there. It's just, you know, like, I definitely don't want the club to start going stupid with money now either and say, let's fling a load of money at it. I don't think that's the answer. I really don't. We've seen what happened before with that. But we have to start climbing this wage table, don't we? With these other clubs.
Yeah, we do. Otherwise, you're never going to be competitive. Like, I mean,
no.
Right. That might sound a bit stupid for somebody who's listening to this who doesn't know the ins and outs of what's going on. They're going to say, well, you are competitive because you're only, you know, you're on,
you're joint with two other clubs for fourth place, which might get you Europe. You know what I mean? So we are being competitive, but we're certainly punching above our weight, and this won't last. You know, if we don't invest and we don't keep our best players and we don't bring in a couple of more top class lads for next year, we could find ourselves in a relegation battle very fucking easily.
Yeah, exactly. And like, I don't think we can keep doing what we're doing either. We have, like, as I said, you have to build in a super defence there. Like, in my opinion, we've probably the best defence in the league and the goalkeeper. Like,
Yeah.
We have to build on that now. We can't be losing Quinn. We can't be losing a Lambe or a Keeley, because then you're starting again. And like, it's hard to get players at that level. You know, so I know it's a fine balance, isn't it? You don't want to give away stupid money, but you want to give them money to keep them. Like, it's a tough one, lads. It really is a tough one.
Yeah, look, 2 points on that, right, is that, well, basically the entire team is built around playing this five at the back and three centre halves and the keeper. So, like, if we lose any of that, we're going to have to replace it with quality. And, you know, for me, Keeley is worth his weight in gold, with the way we play. And if we believe the rumours of the money that was offered to Dougie, which we won't repeat here, because it could be bullshit and we don't know. We don't want to start throwing things like that out. But apparently we were making Dougie one of the highest paid players since 2005. You know what I mean? Going back 20 years. Like, we offered him a lot of money to stay. He wouldn't stay. But if you look at Keeley, you're going, Keeley has more goals than Dougie this season, for God's sake.
Yeah. Yeah.
For a centre half, you know what I mean? We probably should be throwing maybe a bit extra towards trying to keep him, in my opinion. I don't know how you feel about it, but we, as you said, we have to start competing a little bit, you know, with the checkbook, like.
Yeah, and then is a whole knock-on effect, right? Keeley all of a sudden signs a 2-year deal. Quinn, right, well, I'm going to stay as well. Lambe will say, right, I'm staying too. Is a whole knock-on effect. And you start signing back your strong players again. Other players said, right, okay, let's go again.
All the golf buddies.
All the golf buddies, yeah, exactly, yeah. That's it. Yeah. I'm actually trying to get into that group.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah, look, it is. It's, I just think we have to. Look, maybe they are going to up the budget. We don't know. You know.
Right, then coming at it from the other angle, and again, this all was conversations that were had in Galway, which I found really interesting. Somebody else came out from the other angle. It was like, look, if he doesn't want to stay, cheerio, you know what I mean? Fuck off. We'll just have to replace him. We just can't be, you know, just relying on one or two players. I know everything we just said contradicts that, but, you know, if a player doesn't want to stay and a player gets a better offer elsewhere and he feels like he wants to go somewhere else, say Keeley, because that's who we're talking about. I'm not isolating him as a player, because there's a few players we want to keep for definite, but he's the name that sort of seems to pop up more regular than not. But if he decides to go somewhere else, whether there's rumours around, you've seen that somebody put out a tweet the other day, or was it a tweet or an Instagram? I'm not sure, but you've seen it yourselves, like
Twitter, yeah.
Twitter, was it? Yeah, right. Okay, I'm not big into that, but saying, yeah, that there's definitely interest in the league and outside the league. So, you know, if he is going to go, obviously we want him to go outside the league, and you're going to go, right, well, fair play to you, you know, you're heading off to wherever you're heading. I don't know where that is, but, you know, you can't begrudge a player wanting to go abroad maybe and try and forward his career there. I mean, he's old enough, isn't he? What is he, 26, 27 at this stage?
27, yeah.
27, I mean.
Yeah. Yeah. Look, I suppose that's fair enough, right? And look, I'm just going to throw a figure out here. It's probably it's nowhere near it. But if you're offering Keeley $2,000 a week, right? And he doesn't want to accept it, and he doesn't want to take that. Can we not go out and give that money to another player, another top centre half? Like we say, right, that we have this budget, we have this money to spend on players. If Keeley does want to stay here, fair enough, all the best to you. Let's get another top centre half in on good money.
Boga?
Yeah, you could do that, or you could offer two decent lads $1,000 a week. Still decent money, like.
Yeah. Look, I'm not sure. $2,000 just throwing that out there. As
Yeah, I
one
know. Yeah.
Yeah, but like I'm saying, I think we have to have that budget. Right, you said if Keely doesn't want to stay, all the best. Let's get somebody else.
Yeah, here he left before we managed to get a replacement in for him.
Webster.
Webster, and worked out well. So I trust the lad. The lads have recruited generally well since Kev's been in charge. So look, if he does go, then look at someone else. But he's not gone yet. Like so.
No, he's not. And look, that was a good point. We always have recruited well. We really have. But I just think we have to start building on our teams now. Like, I hate this starting every year with new players in. It would be amazing to go with this team again next season with 3 or 4 more quality players added.
It would, yeah, but look, it was only our first year full time as well, like, and there would have been question marks over whether, like, we were tipped to be relegated. Lads were probably wary of signing a 2 or 3 year deal at that stage. So maybe if the club's a bit more stable now,
true, yeah, and I think the full time
might be a bit easier.
Yeah,
definitely, yeah, it might be a bit easier to offer lads contracts, like,
absolutely,
contracts.
Yeah, no, I definitely look at it from that point of view. I think we're a full-time club now. We can start a bit more stability in contracts, and right there's a good 2-year deal. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so,
absolutely.
Which we didn't have last year.
Like all good points. Just probably devil's advocate again, but like, I mean, it didn't exactly go swimmingly last year, boys. I mean, we brought in Webster, who didn't kick a ball for half a season, and we ended up in a playoff. I mean, we got ourselves out of it and we won a cup, but it could have went very, very wrong, lads. We could have been in the first division easily this year. So yeah, the recruitment has been overall. I think the recruitment has been decent. There's been a few hit and misses over the last few years, and we probably won't get into it now because it's probably not the time. We'll probably do it the week after next when everything is settled and we know where we are. But I mean, there is players in that squad that I think we would all agree on that we no bother letting them go. It just hasn't really worked out for them, whether it's been just how we play or, playing players in wrong positions or players coming in as backups that didn't really get a look in and all that. I mean, we're going to have to get rid of a bit of, and I hate the word dead wood, but I can't think of another suitable term for it, but there is players there that are just getting a wage at the moment, and it's not really happening. You know what I mean? We are going to have to just start kind of cutting players off and bringing in, as you said, bringing in better quality, offering lads at least 2-year deals. The loan thing is the loan thing, and I think we will probably delve into it again, but we're going to have to stop at some point and try and just get players in that are Draw the United players and not loans.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, and you can't stand still in this league.
No.
You really can't. No. For next year alone, Shell's already the money they have from this year, plus the Guaranteed Europe again next year. So, now Derry's in Europe, Rogues in Europe. If bohs are Patrick to get Europe ahead of us, they're going to kick on again with that European money. We spoke with this before. Galway have money. Waterford seem to have money. Sligo, a well-run club, a members club. You can't stand still. We have to go with it, or we're going to be left behind.
Yeah, when you look around the league and say you pick Sligo there as an example. I mean, they do have the lowest budget in the league, and that's a fact. But their recruitment is second to none. It's some of the players that he's brought in, we all know who they are and how well they can play at times and all that. And I mean, there is going to be people coming in for some of them players. You'd imagine.
Oh, yeah.
Hakiki, did Hakiki re-sign a deal with them? I'm not sure whether he did or not. I think he might have.
He's got another year, I think. Yeah. They'll get money for him.
Yeah,
he's still on the 21 player, isn't he? He's an Irish on the 21 player.
Yeah, I'd say he'll end up going to the UK. Somebody's going to come in and buy him.
Yeah, I think him and Elling will go to the UK.
Yeah.
I think so. And I think that's why the two of them have been signed, so we get the money for them.
Exactly. But look, what I was going to say was, I think John Russell or whoever is the recruitment ahead of the recruitment at that club is doing a seriously good job. Like he's bringing in some great lads, and fair play to them for it. But then the other rumor is that Galway have 5 or 6 players are gone already.
Yeah, I was actually, I was actually talking to a lad in the hotel that was a Galway fan before we headed out, and he told me that on Friday. He said just 3 or 4 gone, and he mentioned Hickey.
But
Yeah, I
Hickey
heard
the
that as
bohs
well.
is the rumor.
Yeah, it could be bohs. I don't think he mentioned bohs, but he said he was just on about the whole mess blowing on. He goes, all these players signing pre-contract with other clubs, and I said, is that true? And he goes, yeah. So,
Yeah, and I think Robert Slevin, the defender, going to Derry, I think is one I heard.
right.
And I think Esser, the right back as well, could be going somewhere. So it's they're going to get fairly good. Like
Yeah.
He's good. That Eswa.
he is very good. Yeah,
I can
you
imagine.
know he's old. He's 29. Like he's old enough.
Yeah, right. Okay. I can imagine him in a team that's sort of really pushing for stuff and playing really good football. I can imagine he'd fit into a side like that. But the other point I was going to make, lads, is if you look at Waterford, I don't know what the crack is with Waterford. They seem to be a bit just players in, players in and players out constantly with that deal that they have with Fleetwood and all. I don't know. It's a bit of a revolving door for players and managers down there. It's a bit mental. You don't want to be getting into that kind of position because it could easily happen to us. But the old Walsall thing has gone really quiet, hasn't it, over the last year? There's no talk about a relationship with them at all, which kind of suits me, to be honest, because I'd rather not have this connection with other football clubs. I think it can benefit us, definitely. Don't get me wrong. But, up to this point, it hasn't really benefited us. It has benefited them because they took Evan Weir off us. Which, look, to be fair, somebody else would have taken him anyway. So, right, go there, Evan, and have a good career. I'm happy for you. But he seems to be doing well over there. But when you look at Shamrock Rovers, probably take them out of it a little bit. But they're here after signing a rake of players during the window. So how many, they can't afford again to let a load of players go at the end of the season and bring in a load more. You just can't. And Shelbourne are the same. Shelbourne brought in a rake of players during the window.
Yeah, and I suppose you're only going to have so many in the squad, aren't you?
Yeah, how many
Can't
players?
sign everybody.
No.
Yeah, so, look, I don't know. And in fairness, we just don't know what's going on behind the scenes. You know what I mean?
No, we don't.
We just don't know. So,
No.
yeah. Well, look, I know we've the 2 signed, but I know what I want to say. Maybe some of them just don't want to deal with it just yet. But it'd be nice just to have 1 or 2 more just over the next week or 2, wouldn't it?
Look, it just takes away the fucking. It's the exact same. This is probably a carbon copy of the conversation that we were having back when just before the window. During the window. Do you remember we were sitting here going, "Oh, it'd just be nice to get word of 3 or 4 players," and
Yeah.
and there was nothing happening. There was no word. Me and you were a bit panicky, and Boga was going, "Oh well, it'll happen. It'll happen when it happens." And, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
This is a fairly similar buzz here. I'm a bit antsy. Going, I just wish they give us a bit of word, and Boga's calm about it, going, "Oh well, this is the way it's going to be, boys." That kind of thing. But I just wish, and I hope to next year or the year after that we're in a position where we have 90% of the squad and we're happy with them, all on deals coming towards the end of the season, so we don't have to go through this again. But look, it's all conjecture and all hearsay on our behalf, but sure, that's what we're here to do anyway. Moving on, lads. The final day of the season on Sunday, 4:30.
Saturday.
4:30 kickoff. Saturday. Sorry. I let it out.
You're after panicking a lot of people.
Fuck's sake, Greg.
Sorry. Saturday. Yeah. 7:30 kickoff. No, only joking. But yeah, it's going to be a hell of a final day, lads. I can't wait.
It's going to be some atmosphere, isn't it?
Amazing. The Ultras are after putting out a thing saying that they're doing a parade from Muddy Users up the, well, not from Mudders, I'm not sure where they're starting at, but they'll be going up the Wimble Road at 3:30.
Yeah. That's right. I've seen that. Yeah, I think it is from Muddy.
From Muddles. Is it? Right. Brilliant. Brilliant.
Yeah, that'd
That'll
be
be some
brilliant.
buzz.
Yeah, deadly.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's going to be, and it's going to be really one of them. I was listening to Keith Tracy on. It was actually Saturday coming home from Galway on Saturday Sport. He's listening to him.
No.
No.
I tell you, Graves, I know you were on to him before. He loves us.
He does, doesn't he?
He loves us because they're on about the European teams, and he goes, I just love Drogheda getting it. I really would, after everything that happened to him. And he goes, I know I'm biased, but I played for Pats as well, and but I just love Drogheda to get it, so I think they deserve it. But he was on about it's going to be the only way the last game of the season, the Premier League in England, as it stands, and teams swapping positions in the league. And he said it's going to be like that this Saturday. There's going to be so much changes as the games are going on.
Yeah.
But, you know, he said it's going to be a great last game of the season. So it'll be brilliant. Like,
Oh, man. I'm touching off here, just thinking about it.
well, like, so we basically, like, obviously we're going to have one eye on the Pats and Shells game.
Yeah.
And is that game in Tolka?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great, brilliant. I just like Shells. I said Shells are playing so well, and Shells can still get second, which is Europa League, isn't it?
Yeah. Like,
Yeah.
there you need to pick up something in Cork. Like, well, not they don't need to, but
They
if
do
they
for
don't,
second.
Yeah.
if they get a draw and Shells win, it could go down to goal difference. And there's only one goal in the difference at the minute.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like,
Derry
it's
plus
in that,
12,
like,
Shells
yeah.
plus 11.
Well, like, Shells are not going to know what's going on up in Derry. Obviously, the players and that. But like, Shells going to go out and try to win that game Saturday. They're not going to, like, they're not going to not bother.
Exactly, yeah. Dublin Derby as well. Like, you're not going to lay down.
Yeah, they'll want to finish on a high after winning the last 5. They'll want to win 6 on the bounce. So,
Like, a draw is no use to Shells, so they're going to go try and win it.
oh yeah, and they've everything, like, they've nothing to lose by going all out attack.
Oh, because
Yeah.
I mean, second place is worth massive money because you get Europa League and then you get knocked out of that and you go down into the conference, don't you?
Yeah, you do indeed.
That's
So
it,
that's
yeah. So, yeah.
Huge money if you get second rather than third.
Big time, yeah. So even if that's a draw match and we win, is that us in finishing vote?
Yeah.
We're all level of points, Richie. Us, bohs, Pats. So it's whoever wins the game. Basically, if Pats win, they'll go through because they've a better goal difference than us. Do you know what I mean? If we have to win and we have to hope Pats don't win.
Yeah. And if bohs and Pats both win, bohs get
Goal difference. Pats are 4 goals better.
Yeah, so Pats win. Pats go through.
all right, okay.
Yeah, fourth, sorry.
Yeah.
Right. Fucking hell.
You know what, lads? It's funny this. Like, if any Cork fans will listen to this, like, fuck this, lads. I mean, like, everybody's writing them off in the cup final.
As I said earlier, like, Rovers' form is shocking. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if Cork do them in the cup. Like,
I would.
Yeah.
No, I'm sorry. I'm just being honest, and I'm not being like, yeah. There's a chance where if we don't get in Sunday, it won't make any difference to me, and I won't care. You know what I mean? I'd like to see Cork beating them if we don't win on Sunday. You know what I mean? Because fuck
Saturday.
Rovers, like Saturday. Jeez, I said it again. Sorry, half 7 Saturday, isn't it? No, look, I would love to see Cork win the cup if we don't get anything out of Saturday. But I just can't, for some reason, I can't see Rovers. I know they've been shit lately, but I mean, Cork aren't great, boys. Come on. I mean, they're getting relegated for a reason. And I think when it's really on the line, I don't know, for some reason over the last few weeks, I think they know that they have the league. You know, they need 1 point out of 2 games, and I think they're going to get that. And I don't think there's any doubt about it. But maybe there's a little bit of something in the back of their minds that's not, you know, I don't know what that is. I mean, Graham Burke had an unbelievable shot that Brian Maher saved the other day, and that goes in, and this is a completely different conversation. I mean, I don't think they were that bad the other night. They had a lot of the ball. They had a lot of opportunities, and they had a lot more of the ball than Derry had. And it's just not going in for them over the last couple of weeks. But for some reason, I can't personally see Cork City going to the Aviva and winning that game. I just can't.
No, I have to agree with you. I just don't see it. I don't see it anywhere how Cork beat them.
No.
I just don't see it. Now, I know a few people have said it to me about last year's cup final, but that was completely different. Drogheda were playing really well.
And we had beaten Derry convincingly twice that year.
Yeah.
Yeah,
absolutely, yes. Like, it was different. It was Drogheda were the form team in the league going into that cup final.
Yeah.
Where Cork and the team relegated this year going into the cup final.
Like, Owen, I think it was you that sent this on the other day, but they had this conversation on the News Talk on the yellow iPod where they were getting a lot of shit mixed up about Drogheda United. But the exact same conversation was had, and one of them tried to compare, look at Drogheda United last year in the final against Derry, and literally one of them said what I just said. He said, look, it's a different ball game, because Drogheda were a much better side than Cork City are at this moment in time. We'd already beaten Derry a couple of times that season. Derry were in turmoil. The manager was on the verge of walking out the door. Everything was going tits up for them. It's not like that for all of us. I mean, they've lost a couple of games, but by the time they get to the cup final, they're going to be league champions. You know what I mean? They're going to be qualifying for Europe again. They're in a cup final, and they really want to do the double. They haven't done that in years and years and years. So but look, it's a cup final, Owen, as you said. Everyone's writing Cork off. It's football. Who knows what's going to happen on the day? But, I can't see it in my mind, but it could bloody happen.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I just feel if, like, Rovers in the Aviva Stadium so close, which probably will be a double that day, because I think we'll wrap the league up.
Yeah.
I just can't see them letting it go.
No.
I just can't see it.
With that squad,
They should win, but I'm just saying stranger things have happened.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. But look, all we have to do is do our jobs Saturday. I was going to say Sunday. Fuck it, right? Saturday, we just have to worry about ourselves. We can't control anything else.
Exactly.
We can't control anything else. Just go and beat bohs, and what will be will be.
Oh, God. Right. On the game itself, boys, like, again, here we go again, but how do we set up for this game? What's the mindset going into this? I know we have to win. I mean, this is the whole thing. Like, the pressure is on us. We have to go and win. The draw's no good. Win. How do we go and beat bohs? We've done it 3 times already this year. Like, how do we set up? What players do we have on the pitch? Is Ryan Brennan back? I think he will be. Kevin's given hints that it was only a little tug on his hamstring, but it was nothing too serious. He didn't want to risk him in the weather the other night in that pitch and all that. But, I think Ryan will be back in. Do we start again with Darry and Josh Thomas up front and just stick with the same 11 except Ryan in for Luke? I can't see him making any other changes.
Yeah, will he go Darry? Will he against bohs? What do you think on?
I would.
Yeah, I probably would.
Yeah, I probably would as well.
Darry didn't have his best game in Galway, but geez, he wasn't getting much service, and
no,
it was an awful night as well. So I wouldn't be too harsh on his performance the other night. But I think he could cause them a lot of trouble.
He could, and he seems to be. I think he's more comfortable playing at home, isn't he? In Drogheda.
Definitely, yeah.
Just being a young lad, he has the backing obviously of the home fans. But you just don't know what mindset bohs are going to be in coming into this game.
I would imagine that the heads are down a lot from, and their fans were on their back. Like, a lot of them are giving out about the club. Because you talk about offering contracts before the season's over. They gave Reynolds a new 2-year deal not so long ago, and it's not looking good now.
Oh, gee, they got booed off the pitch
Yeah,
as well.
be interesting. If we get stuck into them early on, and I tell you, if we score early, the Bohs fans will be fairly quiet, or if they'll be shouting at their players, not for them.
Yeah, well, I tell you, Owen, I can guarantee you one thing. Donny's going to have them absolutely pumping going out. He's going to have them wild to the moon. You know, I guarantee you, like, this is our cup final now, Saturday.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
He said these lads, use all deserve Europe after what happened. Here's your chance, you know what I mean? I think going to have them absolutely gung-ho for them. So, there's one thing guaranteed, like, Drogs going to be well up for this game Saturday. Well up for it.
You can kind of see it going in a similar fashion if we do, as somebody said there, if we score early. You know, I'm always dreading, like, if we do go out and score really early, because we did have a tendency to score early and then sort of sit back after that. But, you know, the away game in Derry in the quarter final of the cup, like, you know, we did score early, but I don't think we sat back. I think we still tried to push on and still tried to play. Because, I mean, one worry is, and I know this might sound a bit strange, but, like, we have beaten bohs 3 times this season. But, I mean, the last time was a masterclass in counter-attacking football on one hand, if you're a Drogheda fan, and if you're a neutral or a bohs fan, you're saying it was a total smash and grab, because bohs dominated the play completely. Like, we didn't have a lot of the ball, and bohs are capable of that on their day with Dawson Devoy, Ross Tierney, you know, James Clark, we know, fucking Dale Rooney, we know. I mean, there's some really, really skillful footballers. They are capable of dominating, but they're also capable of shitting the bed, which we seen the other night as well. So even if you do go one down, I mean, you've always a chance against bohs. Many times this season have we seen it.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were soft touch. Bohs were soft touch.
They really are.
There's definitely that in them, all right, without a doubt.
Yeah. And I seen a Bohs lad put a comment up. I don't know if it was on Facebook or Twitter earlier on. He said, the last place we want to be going is to Drogheda, looking for something. Like, even our fans are not, like,
a lot of fans aren't giving them any hope.
No, this is the last place we want to go is to Drogheda to try and get something. You know? As I said, like, Donny's going to have these absolutely well up for this game. I have no doubt about it.
Jesus,
last game of the season, the crowd absolutely buzzing.
Don't tell me what favourites going into this, are we?
I wouldn't say so. We rarely are favourites.
Yeah, but we're at home. We're at home. We're on joint points. We're at home, and we've beaten them 3 times already. What bookie's not going to make you favourite?
You'd be surprised.
I would be surprised, but, like, if you're a neutral looking at it and you don't know anything about it, you'll go, oh, well, this team is about on level points and you've beaten them 3 times already, so that would make you favourites. I'm not saying I want to be favourites. I fucking don't. I want to be the underdog because I hate when we're favourites. We're not good at wearing that hat, like, you know what I mean? It just doesn't suit us, like, but I don't think the players are going to be going into the game thinking that whatsoever. Anyway, it's like, right, we're all on joint points. Just because we've beaten them 3 times doesn't mean anything. Like, that's water under the bridge now. It's all about Saturday. The other 3 games don't matter.
Really. No, definitely not. No, they're gone. They're well gone now. Well, yeah,
favourites.
Bohs already.
Yeah.
By what? That's mental.
The odds showing up are a bit weird now. About 5-2 Drogheda.
Right.
23-20 Bohs.
Yeah.
That means nothing to me. There's not much in that, is there?
No, Drogheda's probably, what's that? Let's say 5-2.
Yeah.
Yeah, so. Yeah, no, there's nothing in that, lads.
23-20. Just a bit over even money, like.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, no, look, as you said, guys, you don't want to be favourites anyway. You want to be, and you want everybody writing us off Saturday.
But they're not.
Yeah.
They're writing balls off.
Yeah,
That's the
yeah,
problem.
no, it's a fucking strange one, isn't it?
I know.
Yeah, but that's all after yesterday.
Yeah.
Sunday's
Yeah.
game.
Well, when you're two up at home against one of your nearest rivals, and you lose 3-2, people are going to start asking a lot of questions, and they've been asking them all year about them. But that was a capitulation. Imagine that was us in Dundalk. That'd be a fucking nightmare.
Or would, yeah. And you know what? I'd say the players are asking questions as well. Like, are they going to start turning on each other? Are they going to start turning on the coaches? Are they going to start blaming each other within the dressing room? Which I hope they have.
Well, hopefully, but I have to say this as well. There was at one stage, there was a ball came down the right hand side, the Shell's right hand side, and the player out on the left of the box was Douglas James Taylor to receive the ball. He was literally playing. He looked like he was playing as a centre half at one point. I was like, what's going on? Why is Dougie down? Why is Dougie even down that end of the pitch?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
He made it onto the pitch.
Yeah, well, the rumours were that he was gone till the end of the season, wasn't it? Like
hamstring injury or something.
Yeah,
but it's weird that they start with James Clark up front, but have Colin Whelan and Dougie on the bench. It's just weird.
Yeah,
this false nine bullshit.
Yeah,
that annoys me. Just play players in the position that they play best in, for God's sake. You're after bringing in a striker like him who is capable of scoring goals, and he just leaves them on the bench. Well, I'm delighted they did, because they fucked it up. But will he start them and draw it? Do you reckon?
Oh, I wouldn't say so.
you just don't know with bohs. After losing 3-2, is he going to make a load of changes now to the team?
I've ordered a pig's head from Chute's Butchers just in case, anyway.
I'm vegan. Can you get me a vegan pig's head?
Yeah, I'll give it a go.
Yeah. Made out of tofu. What kind of reactions is he going to get, lads?
Not good, I don't think.
It won't be good. It won't be good.
Oh, God, it'll be funny.
He'd be afraid to warm up.
Yeah, he'll warm up over the other side, I'd imagine.
Yeah, but even he has to walk by the clubhouse side, clubhouse stand. I'm sure there'll be a few people giving him guff there.
Look, all's fair in loving football.
Oh, yeah, look. Yeah, on the pitch, there's no friends on the pitch.
No, absolutely
We're all out to beat each other.
Oh, right, boys, we're getting towards that stage of the night. I'm going to ask for a prediction. This is the hardest one yet.
Really is.
Owen, you want to go first?
Owen's going first.
Yeah.
All right, I'll say 2-1 draw there.
Goal scorers now?
Darry and Darragh Markey. Stew.
Okay.
Board are just picking the two lads up top, so to make it a bit different.
Richie?
Yeah, I'm just going a little bit different, just to be different. I'm going to go 2-0 Jordan.
2-0?
2-0, yeah. Yeah, we'll be well up for this one. Quinn's going to score. Quinn and Shane Farrell.
Quinn and Shane Farrell, Jesus. That's a prediction.
That's a prediction.
I'm going to go 2-1 draw. I'm going to go Conor Keeley, Warren Davis, and I think bohs are going to go 1 up.
Oh, don't say that.
Through Dougie.
Oh, don't say that. Hop on, Greg.
It's going to be an absolute shit show. But they're going to score, and then we're going to retaliate and score really quickly afterwards. And then we're going to go on and take control of the game. And Keely's going to score us the winner, and that's going to convince him to sign a 2-year contract. And we're going to get Cork are going to lose the cup final, and we're going to get Europe, and everything's going to be grand because them shitheads from Denmark are going to finish bottom of the league. So everything's going to be hunky dory. There we go. That's my prediction.
Now that's a prediction.
If that happens, lads, fucking hell, I don't know.
Oh, yeah. But I'll tell you one thing I will predict. It's going to be noisy on Saturday.
Mental.
It is, isn't it? It's only mental.
Get in early, I'd say.
Yes.
Walk up the road with the parade and head in then.
Yeah, I think that's a good show.
Yeah, it's probably too late. That's probably too late for me. 3:30 walk up the road.
Is it?
Yeah, I'd like getting in. I'd bet the gate 4 Saturday.
Kick-off's 4:30, yeah?
4:30, yeah.
Jeez, you'll be well early then.
Yeah. But no, it is. It's going to be class. It's going to be deadly. Which is great. It's where we want to be, isn't it, lads?
Yeah, exactly.
You want to be this. You want to be the business end of the season competing for these things.
Absolutely delighted, Richard. I don't think I've ever had as much interest in another League of Ireland game as I had yesterday in that game. And as I said, when bohs went 2 up, I just went, oh no. Just thought, this is it. It's over now, lads. The dream is over. I said, next Saturday will be a good day out and a bit of crack, but there's nothing riding on it, But now there's everything riding on it. It's just absolutely massive. It's like, it feels like it's not as big as the cup final, but it's definitely a cup final.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. It's a little cup final.
Big time.
For us.
Tickets are like gold dust as well. I know there's a heap of people on social media all looking for tickets, but you'll be lucky to grab one now.
Yeah, it's brilliant to see as well.
Yeah, unbelievable. More to add, lads?
When we started recording, the club put out just an update. We've a new bit of clothing coming out. It's a collaboration with a brand called How's Your Head.
Oh yeah,
it's a couple of bits. It's actually really nice gear in it. They've a t-shirt, hoodie, and then a retro jacket. So keep an eye on the club's socials to look at those. They look nice gear now.
Very good.
So what is the deal with this? Who's making the clothing this year? Are we sticking with the same?
Well, see, you'd have like a jersey manufacturer, and then you could have like your leisure wear. You could have different companies doing it. So this is How's Your Head, and then a company called OB Sportswear.
Okay.
So it doesn't have to be the one company manufacturing everything, so that's what they're doing.
I thought it did years ago.
Things change. You'd have even Premier League clubs and all that would have different brands or different companies making different certain branded gear. You just have separate contracts. You'd have separate contracts. You'd have leisure wear partner, and then you'd have your kit partner and all sorts of shit.
I always thought it was an exclusivity was important in that world, but obviously not. Shows you what I know. But the other question then is, what's the crack with Drogheda United? I think I said this the other night, kind of half joking, but what is it with us and mental health charities? Is there something going on badly in Drogheda? I mean, I think it's great.
Because we're all lunatics, that's why.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Do you remember even years ago, during the Doolin era, we had a charity on our fucking jersey as well.
Yeah, that's right.
Playing for life. That was
Playing for life. Yeah.
Playing for life. Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember that shit?
The year after we won.
I actually still have that jersey, that white one.
Oh, class.
Yeah.
Deadly.
Yeah, it's a good one. That. Yeah. What was that all about as well? To put it on the front of the jersey.
I was expecting us that year to bring in a massive sponsor because it's not as if we didn't need the money. I know we were rich at the time, but we obviously went tits up fairly quick after it. It was a strange one because there was obviously no money changing hands there.
No, it was a charity, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, no, interesting one. And then we had Head in the Game Park and, giving away the naming rights to the stadium to a charity. And now we're doing a deal with another mental health charity and all that. Look, I think it's great. Don't get me wrong, but yeah, is there some sort of connection with somebody in the club and mental health? And, maybe there is, and it's a good thing. People should be applauded for it. So fair play. It's just a question before anyone gives out to me.
Nah, nobody give out to you, Gregson.
I don't know about that. There's a few people giving out to me the other night. Fuck's sake.
Yeah.
Right, lads, is there anything else we need to chat about or we wrap it up?
No, I think that's all. I think that's everything, boys.
Right, lads.
Yeah, all good.
4 more sleeps.
On to Saturday, lads.
Huh?
Bring it on.
Just on to Saturday, yeah. The countdown's on now.
Right, good stuff. I'll see you Sunday.
There's going to be a load of fans turning up Sunday now. We're going to miss the game.
Yeah, sorry about that. Right, lads, we'll talk to you then. Cheers.
All right, mate. See you Saturday. Good luck.
Good luck.
Before you're leaving.